Sandilands to do the ruck work. Tippett starting in the middle against him and not Marriage, so they've already made a change. Second half underway. Pavlich gets a kick. Tamlin offhand should get there first. Back inboard through some traffic, got caught. Mundy dragged him down. Handball to Riley just in time. It's been a quiet game, 150 for Ben Rutten. Possession number 4. Symes floats it up. It sits. Knights was held. Won himself a free. Taylor Walker calls for it long. Oh, mark that. That's an impossible. It's actually possible to mark it, but possible to get a running jump at it. McFarlane made a great attempt at playing in front. Broughton hugs the boundary. Tamlin with a fist. Richie Tamlin will try to prove himself as an Adelaide Crow. Second game for Adelaide after being traded by Richmond over the summer. Sandilands and Tippett. Sandilands dominant in the first half. Another clearance. Mundy couldn't make something of that one though. Ball up. Michael Jennings, the umpire there. Reece Palmer getting some work done. As is Brodie Smith.
I like the move of Tippett into the ruck, especially with these blocks. He needs to get off Sandilands though and get a jump at it. That's his strength. We've seen that in the first centre bounce.
Tippett gets a clearance. Riley hacks it forward, but it's wide. Marriage playing up forward. Out on the full, McFarlane. Turns 30 this year, Luke McFarlane. And 171 for him this afternoon. Over the head of Lower. Tippett getting a few pieces of it. That's ball. Didn't tip it with his toe, unfortunately. Lower shoots it wide. Sandilands had the reach on Tamlin.
Just popped one in the eye, I think, there. Richard Tamlin endeavouring to spoil. Nothing in it. Just an unfortunate poke in the eye.
Ballantyne short. McPhee got a little nudge. Dangerfield caught high.
Oh, look at the strength.
Yeah, amazing.
And takes off. Almost run down by Hill.
Keep going.
There's no one in the square. This would be remarkable if he kicks it from 50, keeps it low.
Unbelievable.
It is crazy good.
Have a look at the number of teammates that have sprinted from everywhere on the ground. That is just a young man that said, you know what, we need something, and here it is, fellas.
Oh, look at that from the start.
He rides the high tackle, he pushes the tackler off and says, I am away. He's got Stephen Hill chasing him. He backs himself. 3 bounces. And then from outside 50 in windy conditions, a low punch. That is inspirational football from Patrick Dangerfield.
And Mark Rasciuto is not sitting too far from us, and he has got the biggest grin on his face at the moment. The fist went in the air from the roof.
Well, Liam Pickering said earlier, top 10 within 2 years. I did say at the time, make that one. Thompson, inside 50. They're inspired right now, the Crows. Can they parlay that into another quick goal? Knights dives in, they all dive in. Surely ball up.
Well, that inspirational act from Dangerfield is really the first thing that the crowds had to hang their hat on. They're desperate to get involved. They just haven't had anything bring them into the game.
Well, they've also got big Aaron Sandilands here, boys, who has got a head knock here. He's come off the ground.
Is it concussed at all, Liam? Or is it just a split eye?
It's a split eye, but he doesn't look great. And I want to get him back on the ground. He's been so dominant.
Absolutely. That'd be a game changer if he couldn't come back on. De Boer. Heads wide. And John Cock cuts it off.
Well, it's a great opportunity for Adelaide with Aaron Sandilands off the ground to really get some momentum at the stoppages and the contests around the ground now. Got to make the most of it.
He doesn't look well.
No. I haven't used their sub yet, Michael Walters. Here's the knock, yeah.
It was right on the button, wasn't it?
He's not known for his nastiness, Richard Tamlin. You can put that down as an accident. Sandilands has dominated. 18 possessions. So seeing out of one eye now, looks very unwell, and he may well be concussed and unable to come back on. Pitt pokes inside 50. The ball, one to the ear. Oh, gee, McPhee played on. He played onto advantage, and now he wishes he had his time again. Martin sits it wide. Broughton attacks it hard. Henderson cuts him off. Got a kick. Valentine. Handballs inside. Subin went for the knock on. Taken by Vince. Got it back. Henderson. Subin wraps him up. It's hot in the kitchen at the moment. Free kick. Play on advantage. John Cock. Marriage the target. McFarlane used the body illegally, according to the umpire. Marriage did not protest at all. He thought it was a legal bump. Use of the body again. Pavlich. Hill didn't have it. Takes off. Shorts it to Hill, who can get and go. Played on into trouble. Takes on Martin. That's got to be ball.
Terrific tackle from the young kid. That is a great effort.
Brodie Martin, fresh sub. Came on just before half-time. First game for the year for Brodie Martin. Thumps a long ball. Marriage the target again. McFarlane used his body too good again.
That's too easy. I mean, Ivan Marriage has got to be better than that. He's a big, strong body. He's bigger than Luke McFarlane. He's just succumbing too easily, allowing himself to be pushed out of position.
What a great kick. Fife made it look okay. Oh no, advantage. Plays on inside 50 and he turns it over. Rutten. A milestone man. Game 150. Tamling, the man who forced Sandilands to come off. Martin, body on the line, spills the mark, goes back in. Fife likewise. Fantastic game at the moment. Mundy gives it up.
Look at this.
Pitt shorts it. Top of the square, and Palmer waltzes in and kicks a goal against the flow.
Really makes you wonder where all the Adelaide Crows players were, because they were outnumbered at the ball, and then there were two Fremantle players sitting forward of the ball. So have a look at the white jumpers come in here. You've got 3 on 2, 4 on 2, 5 on 4, and then you look up, and there's 2 loose blokes. There was another one out of camera in the left pocket. They just walked it in. Again, they continue to work a bit harder than the Crows. Oh, nice pair of bruises under the eyes.
Nice side over, hasn't it?
You can see he's sort of saying he's got no vision, maybe a bit of dizziness as well. But this is where Adelaide need to take control. Like Marrick and Tippett, and these blokes need to really get on top here.
Eye drops, and we'll keep an eye on that, because the game could turn on that. Although Fremantle with a 32-point lead still hold the equal biggest lead of the game. Bradley now in the ruck, flicks it down. John Cock held, didn't have it. Well, he wanted to backtrack into the ball and try and get 50. He fell over trying to do it. Van Berlo, Riley floats it up. Walker couldn't see it because of the sun. Lower gives it up. Subin, that's on the full. Adelaide.
He went for the short one because any further on there were 3 loose Adelaide Crows players, but it's this final kick into the attacking 50 that's troubled Adelaide all day.
Sits it into the hole, and Van Berlo gets there. This is a difficult kick. The wind is doing its best to blow it out of the hole.
Well, you would think the way the wind is, it's going to go a fair way right to left.
I reckon you've got to give away the goals. A metre and a half, I reckon, on this one, Jace.
Yeah, it depends on how hard you kick it, doesn't it?
And depends on the quality of the kick, how well you strike it, how well it spins. There are so many factors here. It is a very difficult kick.
Tell you what you do want is you want Tippett to get on that left post as a marking option.
Hasn't missed one all year. Van Berlo strikes that, but the wind pushes it out.
Gee, it went late, didn't it?
Right, we're seeing that they will come home with the breeze, Adelaide, in the final term. 31 points the margin.
Don't think the breeze is going to do it for them.
No. But the breeze and no Sandilands could help. Duffield. Sends it long in the Fife direction. Can't mark. Stevens. Tamblin. Van Berlo. Tippett. Knocks it down. Lower. Robertson. And Over the head of Fife, it'll roll out.
I know he missed the target there, but I reckon that's one area that the Dogs have been really impressive in, is their quick hands in the defensive 50, the ability to finally free up a player to run it out of there. They've been very good under pressure.
Came off earlier with the blood rule. Dylan Robertson.
Holding his Thompson's arm again.
Okay, so another Adelaide free. Tiny things going their way. Some seeds being planted.
This is the concern, though. They're all standing there with their arms up, put it up in the air. Well, it's not the conditions for that.
Kept it low.
Shocking kick.
Lower, Fife, Duffield. Rupp uses the body.
I really like at the moment where Fremantle position their forwards. On the kick out, you're getting 3 or 4 forwards to one side, just outside the logo, giving them that option if they need to get that quick kick out. And we've seen on that occasion if Adelaide managed to get out of play, but it was 2 on 3 again in Fremantle's favour.
Johnson doing some ruck work. Smith got it back. Dangerfield. Thompson, lower. Tying themselves up. Neil Craig coaching from the boundary.
Whilst they're getting themselves in the contest, Adelaide, they're not eroding any of the margin on the scoreboard. That's the biggest issue for them.
Big slap forward by Fife. Gains about 15 metres.
That's a good third man up option there.
What's the ball?
Check with Liam Pickering, but both Sandlands and Pavlich are off now, so the two main men for Fremantle having a spell.
Yeah, it doesn't look much better for Aaron Sandlands at the moment. He hasn't really moved since he's gone on the bench. He's just sitting there with an ice, getting his eye looked at, really.
Johnson pokes it inside 50, and Ballantyne takes the mark. Boy, is this a big kick. Oh, he took the step to play on. One way, pokes it in the end, that's not 15. Mundy, he might waltz in. And it's a stray, a let off for Adelaide.
Yeah, had plenty of time, David Mundy.
It's twice now Fremantle have let themselves down inside 50. McPhee playing on earlier in the quarter, cost them a shot at goal, and then Ballantyne there taking that step to then cost them again probably nearly a certain goal.
Just a rotation there for Pavlich. Stephen Hill also on the bench. He's got his right knee heavily strapped now, Stephen Hill. So they've got some issues. Big Aaron's going down to the rooms now, Aaron Sandlands, as I speak.
So you could argue their best 3 players are off right now, Liam.
I think their best 3 players are definitely off the ground, Brian, yeah, although Pavlich is about to come back on.
The only problem is Adelaide aren't scoring any goals, so it's not making any difference at the moment.
Grover to lower to Main.
Too easy. You know, he had a ring of 3 or 4 crows around him, Graham Johncock right on him, but he just held front spot and took it. They've just been better in the clinches when they've needed to be today, the Dockers.
Is that Douglas down the room?
Richard Douglas has just gone up the race. There's Aaron Sandlands in his room. There's as many players in the rooms as there are on the ground.
Certainly keeping you busy, Pickers, down there.
Yeah, I'd like to be in the game.
He had to duck when he walked into the room then, Aaron Sandlands.
Reece should blow this toward the goal. Main knows it. It does blow it. Blew it too hard. He had his hair as a guide. Halfway through this third term, Johncock missed the 100% from kickings. Will he find a teammate with this one? No, Subin.
Again, 5 Adelaide Crows there and no one got where the ball was.
Robertson thumps it back. Main is under it. Got 4 to beat. Crowley, Ballantyne got the kick away. He squeezed it through. No. Hit the post.
Oh, look at this for a dangerous kick.
Oh, just hit the post. Play on. Poor kick in. Palmer gets a chance. Rolls it towards goal. That'll be play on advantage. No, it's an Adelaide free.
Yeah, it's against Pavlich for a free here, boys.
He didn't take the possession. It's a free kick.
Gee.
Time back on.
Out of jail, Adelaide, twice.
Just no run. There's no run. They don't have the urgency about the way they're moving the footy.
Gee, there wasn't much in that either. McKernan to fly. Johnson with him. No free there. Van Berlo. Vince. Not a lot to go to. McKernan. Dangerfield. And he takes off on Hill. This will be good to watch. Hill's making ground. Dangerfield takes him on.
Do it again.
Surely not. From outside. Goes
Going!
Yes!
He's missed.
Oh, I was up.
two of the young stars of the game head to head.
I tell you what, he's a bit quicker than I ever thought he was.
What about that? What about that?
It would have been unbelievable if he kicked it again.
Henderson back to Thompson, squeezes it inside 50, Knights.
Right, they've got to get some reward now, Dwayne. They've had a couple of opportunities. This is it. They've got to start eating into the margin on the scoreboard. Must-kick goal for Adelaide. Gee, Patrick Dangerfield. He's going to be a star.
He was running, bouncing the ball and getting away from Stephen Hill. It's staggering, the explosion and the power this young kid's got.
Well, he got me, that's for sure. I was up. I thought it was through.
Well, Knights is arguably their best kicker girl. I missed him big time last season. Kicked 2 straight this year. Yeah. No.
You mozzed it. No, that's something they can ill afford at the moment, the Crows. If they don't kick 2 or 3 goals late in this third term, it's hard to see them getting back into it. But they've got a little bit of play now. It's just conversion.
Valentine takes them on.
Bradley on his own at half forward.
Turnover, handball missed the target. Stevens, Marich.
Got numbers, the Crows.
Martin floats it again. Tip at the target. He won't get near it. McFarlane. Duffield. They're holding steady at the moment, the Dockers. Crows have had more of the play in the last 10 minutes, but it's still a 32-point margin. And that's a good pluck from Pitt. Held his composure. Kick, not so good. Cut off by Marich. The big man looks up. He's got Symes. Wants to go back into the corridor. Back to Marich. Through his legs. Untidy. Got a handball out. Fife shoots it out. Main. Pavlich. Kicks to half forward. Johnson, little fumble. Tambling comes at him. He worried him out of that. Taylor Walker. Ben Rutten. Chris Knights. Duffield with him. Knights handballed that to his own advantage. Toes it off the deck. Henderson. Pats to his own advantage. Laser Shepherd. Knights. They need a goal to take advantage of this momentum swing, Adelaide.
See, there's been some bad errors by both sides,
hasn't there?
McPhee back to Johnson. There's another error. Couldn't collect it. Does now. Pavlich. Can he hit a target? Main will do. Hill's down there. Hill picks it up. Oh, Pitt. He missed him. Hill goes back in. Dances around. Gives to Lower. Shorts it. Crowley. He can't collect it. Thompson does. Otten. Thompson. Danger. Danger averted. Johncock. Vince. Splendid game to watch. Marich. She might be untidy, but it's hot. Johncock sends it wide. Players are tired. We've played 18 minutes third term, and they get a chance for a breath.
Gee, I think we all need to take a breath. The pace has been furious, and I guess that's causing a lot of the errors we're seeing. But there is, it looks to be an opportunity for Adelaide. They just haven't been able to get a goal on the board.
Vince hacks it inside 50. McKernan's down there. He was half held. Crowd thought he was fully held. Taylor Walker, the goal they needed.
They won't go away, Jono.
No, you called for it, Jason. You called for the fact that they just haven't been able to capitalise it. They've been able to get the energy around this stadium up, and that's on the back of Patrick Dangerfield, I might add. But to finally capitalise and keep themselves in this contest, they'll still back themselves in to come back from this position that they are at the moment.
It's been a while coming. Taylor Walker's second, and a much-needed goal for the Adelaide Crows. But often when you dominate a contest, and they've had a lot of play the last 10 minutes or so, sometimes it's not consistent scoring, but they can come with a rush. Can they get 2 or 3 back-to-back?
McKernan in the ruck. Pavlich is in the middle. Bradley strips it. Can't get it decisively. Fife dropped into the tackle. Handball over the head didn't work. Toe poked away. Riley caught. Handball Thompson. Ball bounced kindly for him, and they're away. Smith to Douglas. Tippett's inside 50 over his head. Thumped away by Broughton. Yench, who loves a goal, sizes them up from 50. Can't get the distance and knows it. Back to Smith, and he hits Henderson on the chest.
There it is. Here we could have a couple in the space of a minute or so. Scott Thompson's been leading the way for the Adelaide Crows. He's up to 29 possessions. 10 of them have come already in this third term. A nice little kick there from Jens, finding Henderson on the lead. We haven't seen many dead set leads, good leads honoured by passes for the Adelaide Crows. One of the very few. Can Ricky Henderson give them the kick they need?
He's another that hasn't missed a shot this year. 2 straight. Same angle as Knights had earlier, and he sprays it. Lucky to score.
But you mentioned it, Jace, Scotty Thompson has had the 10 disposals this quarter, but it's Adelaide as a whole. They're inside 50s, they're leading 14-8, 79 disposals to 65, so they're getting their hands on it more, especially around that contested area, which is giving them an opportunity at least to push the ball forward.
Duffield long, hoping for Bradley. Still no Sandland, still on the bench. Stevens back inside 50. Yench, he may be just beyond his range.
Well, you've mozzed the last couple, Dwayne. What are you going to say here?
Absolutely nothing. Sandland's red vest, so he is out. It's all over for the man who dominated the opening half.
Well, for people just turning on the telly now, he's copped a heavy knock to the eye. That's why he's off the ground, and he's out of business for the rest of the game, which is a concern. It's an area that they can capitalise here, Adelaide.
Massive kick this, and he sprays it. There's no Adelaide players down there to actually attempt to mark Duffield. Subin pops it wide. John Cock. The ball inboard. The fresh man on was Walters on the 38. He's replaced Sandlands as the sub. Short. Dangerfield.
That went about 7 metres, that kick.
It's really breaking down though, guys.
Sits it up for Tippett, and he can't run at it. Knights went for it. Tippett falls. McFarlane to Subin. Open side. Grover needs it to sit, and he's away. 4.5 minutes from three-quarter time. Kepler, Bradley, Stevens did well, Stevens, but couldn't keep his feet. Bradley inboard. Mundy trying to set it up. Palmer can go for goal from 50. Keeps it low, and he sprays it.
And that's what they were capitalising on in the second quarter, the fact they were able to nail those goals, and there's probably been 4 or 5 in this quarter where they nearly could have sealed the game. Fremantle kept Adelaide in it.
Valentine just overcommitted there with the tackle. Walker gets up. Smith.
No one's coming at him.
Knights inside 50, so too Thompson. He's resting forward, Thompson. Spins around unselfishly. Van Berlo out of his reach. The wrong number 7. Fife. Subin shorts it wide. De Boer.
Gee, that was unlucky. Unselfish play from Scott Thompson. Almost looked like Nebello jumped a step too early.
They're in this game well and truly out at the moment. They just need to tidy it up a little bit.
How's that for a smother?
Walters thought he was kicking forward. Brodie Martin.
Couldn't get there.
In the shadows, and in the shadow, three-quarter time. Ball in. Pavlich free. Little lull.
21 possessions for Matty Pavlich.
Mundy, Main. Fremantle need a Stadium. And again, kicks it long in hope. Crowley's down there. Can't get a jump at it. Martin dumps it out of play.
Well, they're going to kick in the last quarter of the Crows with, I reckon, a 2 or 3 goal advantage. Even though it's not directly down the ground, it's certainly the scoring end.
Ball in. Dangerfield keeps that alive. Fife can go for goal. Hits the top of the square. McPhee over his head. Rutten's with him. 1-on-1, boundary line. McPhee almost on the full again.
There's nothing in it.
Stern words.
Well, he might have had a case.
Yeah.
He might have been off the toe of Ben Rutten.
Umpire just rubbed salt into his wound, telling him to be quiet. Dangerfield wide.
no joy from the kick, Paddy Dangerfield, but his work rate's fantastic. He has a dip. You're never going to die wondering whether he cares about what he's doing.
Pavlich from 3 deep, can't mark that. Big pack around this ball at the moment. Mundy breaks free. Tries to hit Crowley. Kepler Bradley. Out on the full.
See, they've had a couple of opportunities too, the Dockers, in the last minute or so to basically undo all the effort that Adelaide have put in this third term.
The 3 players have led the way. If Scott Thompson, Bernie Vince, who's had a good quarter as well, and Patrick Dangerfield, they're the players that have really upped their work rate in this quarter.
Marriage.
You'd just like to see them a goal closer at the 3/4 time to really make a game. I get worried when Ruckman just start doing things like that.
Oh, go back to Marriage again. He doesn't want to kick. He has to kick it. McPhee goes at it. Oh, that's a splendid spoil. Rutten knocked it straight down to Otten. Back to Rutten, and they're out of danger. Vince to Symes, who can go. Henderson short. He goes longer. Caught in the sun. Off hands. Johnson couldn't make something of it. Tied up. Martin. Ball up.
Great work by Johnson there. He left Tippett, came off his man. Great spoil. And there's Rutten's spoil, the big truck. Haven't seen much of the truckometer today, Chase, but...
very quiet.
Marriage.
Dominating the hits now.
Yeah, the Sandlin's off. It's a horror show for him in the first half. Gee, that's a good tackle, or is it a bad tackle?
Unlucky.
Very unlucky.
He just couldn't turn him in the tackle. He actually didn't dispose of the footy, but the end result of the tackle was that he fell into his back. You could nearly argue there's a case for incorrect disposal before he actually gets the push in the back.
Uh-oh, danger, maybe a turnover. Robertson, you can take it out. Lucky. Crowd still booing for the last one.
That's the 19th man going.
26 points the margin. 1 minute, 6 seconds left to 3/4 time. McFarlane knocks it down. Symes nearly had that. McFarlane went back and got it. Stevens, he drops it. Palmer, Stevens, Palmer, Tambling, Otten. 45 seconds, Rutten. Okay, Martin, can he hit a target? He's got some time. Taylor Walker gets there.
That's much better from Taylor Walker.
Yeah, starting to hit up a bit, Pickers, you're right. They need more of it, though. They need a couple of blokes to join him.
If you look now, they've got nothing to kick to.
Got to hit a short one.
Hoping for Marriage, who goes up. Can't mark it. Dangerous spot for a ball to be gathered, though. Yench off Fife. Superb. Pokes it. Main. Maybe time enough for a Freo score. Not a lot to go to. Crowley by hand. Scoops it back to Bohr. He'll have to come wide here. He's got lower. Down to 9 seconds. Main's the man. He needs to mark this inside 50. He doesn't kick it long to him. Kick smothered. Down to 2 seconds. Tackle. Wrap up. 3/4 time. It's building this one. Fremantle has led from the outset. And at 3/4 time, with the Crows coming home with the last term breeze and no Aaron Sandlins for the Dockers. The Dockers lead by 26.